Have you been getting thoughts about being with someone lately? Does the thought of getting together with someone excite you? If it does, it may be God nudging you to start a new relationship. I know you're not very sure how to tell if you're ready for a relationship, so this is why I came up with a list of 6 signs that will help you know that God is preparing you for a new relationship. Number 1. You're getting more mature emotionally. One sign that shows that God is preparing you for a new relationship is that you will realize that you're getting more mature emotionally. This means that you're able to make decisions without letting feelings cloud you. You would be capable of settling disputes without using juvenile behaviors such as silent treatment or blaming others. When God is preparing you for a relationship, He would put you in situations that would cause you to mature. If you've noticed that you're better able to communicate and handle nerve-wracking situations recently, it may be because God is preparing you for a relationship. God will cause you to be mature in the way you handle several emotions that you're dealing with. God knows that being in a relationship requires being able to control emotions adequately. If you notice that you're better able to handle situations when they arise, and you're able to control yourself when things aren't going your way, then God is preparing you for a new relationship. You would notice that you're not as broken or hurt as you used to be. God would be mending your heart with His Word, and you can feel that you're not as hurt or broken as you once were. If this is the case, then God is preparing you for a relationship. He knows that it's very difficult to get involved with someone when you're hurt, so He's actively working on your broken heart and fixing up your insecurities. If you realize that your insecurities are being settled, then God is preparing you for a relationship. Maybe you've been working on your self-esteem or self-love to a point where you can say you're no longer insecure. Then it's God who has been actively preparing you for this moment. Number 2. You're constantly being led to pray about being in a relationship. If God is preparing you for a relationship, you would notice that you somehow find yourself gravitating towards praying about being in a relationship. This is God's way of preparing your heart and making sure that you're getting aware of what He's bringing your way. One way God prepares us for what He's bringing us is by stirring up our hearts to pray for such things. If you notice this lately, then God is preparing you for a new relationship. God knows that He's bringing someone your way, so He gets you to pray so that you can begin to set things right to align for the relationship to start. Number 3. God speaks to you about getting into a new relationship. When God wants you to be in a new relationship, He could communicate it to you. It's therefore very important for you to know exactly how God speaks to you. God may bring to you directly through His Word, through your spiritual leader, dream or prayer and meditation time. It may be by petition in your heart that stirs you and tells you that it's time for a new relationship. God could be speaking to you and letting you know that it's time for a new relationship, and so you should be sensitive to hearing from God. If this sign is present, then you know that God wants you to have a partner soon. Remember, it's always been God's pattern to speak to His children. God speaks to His children often, and He does so when He needs to pass across important relationships to His children. God prepares us for the future by telling us what He has in mind for us. Number 4. You think of being in a relationship without feeling scared. One sign that shows you that God is preparing you for a new relationship is that you begin to picture yourself with someone, and you are feeling great and even excited about the thought of being with someone. If your heart is filled with peace when you think about this possibility, then it means that God is preparing you for a new relationship. You may catch yourself having giddy feelings and feeling happy as you think of meeting your future wife or husband. When you're feeling excited about meeting someone, it's a sign that you're being prepared for someone. You may begin to even notice an increasingly set plan, positive attitude towards desiring and waiting to be in a relationship. People may even go further to tell you that you seem like someone who's dating. If this is the case, it's a sign that God is preparing you for a relationship. You may begin to even notice that you're seeking to understand the workings of a successful relationship. You may notice that you're reading books or listening to conference talks about couples and relationships. All of these are God's ways are preparing you for the time He brings the right person to you. If you're seeking so much knowledge and you're happy about the thought of being with someone, then it's God who is preparing you for a relationship. Number 5. You begin to seek financial stability and notice that God is blessing you as you do so. If God is preparing you for a new relationship, you will notice that you're seeking to be more financially stable rather than wanting others to fulfill. You will begin to seek ways to be more financially prosperous rather than entrusting your own needs to others. When God wants you to be in a relationship, it's because He's preparing you for marriage, and He doesn't want you to always depend on your partner for financial needs. God is going to be blessing your path as you seek to be more financially stable. He knows how crucial finances are when it comes to relationships, and so He will be opening doors of multiplication and blessing for you. You will begin to notice that your hard work is producing results that are beyond your expectations. This is God's way of preparing you for a new relationship. If you notice this happening in your life, then you know what is coming your way. You may begin to notice that men are favoring you in all that you do. God will make you accomplish several great things so that you can be great and independent financially, and so that you can have the needed resources to take care of your family when you have one. God wants you to be comfortable enough to run your life and be prepared to run the lives of others. This doesn't mean you'll suddenly become the richest person around. It means God will grow your income so that you can live well enough on your own and have enough to spare. Another way God prepares you financially is that He will fix your attitude towards money, such that you know when to be appropriately frugal and when to spend bountifully. He will give you the required wisdom to save for needy seasons. If these are present in your life, then God is preparing you for a new relationship. Number 6. You're not rushing things anymore, and you know what you're looking for. When God is preparing you for a new relationship, you would have matured in the way you view things. Firstly, you would begin to appreciate a person's worth rather than focusing only on how they appear physically. God would be changing your mindset to help you focus on things that matter. While it's very normal to desire a beautiful or handsome person for a partner, you must not let the foundation of a relationship be based upon just physical attributes. If God is causing your thought to shift in this dimension, then you can know that He's preparing you for a new relationship. He's doing this because He needs you to appreciate a person for who they are. You will also notice that you're becoming more patient and you're not rushing things. You would notice that while you're considering someone to be your life partner, you're no longer falling for just a person's looks anymore. You would know exactly what you want and you're able to judge a person based on other qualities. While there is a desire in you to be with someone, you may notice that you're willing to take things slowly rather than rushing things. God does this to prepare you to choose rightly for the new relationship you'll eventually journey into. He knows that patience is a way to choose rightly. He's preparing you to help you to realize that taking things slowly isn't a bad thing. Your perception of true love will be changing because God has shown you what love truly is. You'll not be easily swept away by feelings or childish thoughts of romance. God will be showing you how love is a decision, rather than just a feeling. If you've been noticing these lately, it's because God is preparing you for a relationship. You've now seen 6 signs that God is preparing you for a new relationship. Are any of these signs present in your life at the moment? If they are, then just cooperate with God, because He's bringing you a new relationship your way.